Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going for Spain for Spanish Grand Prix. As usual, initially we will update some setup before proceeding for qualifying one. Yeah, I already done few laps in qualifying one for to get the track familiarization because I usually don't do practice sessions as it's kind of boring after playing F1 2020 game for more than 14 seasons now. So that's the reason I usually do qualifying, do one or two laps before the actual hot lap. So yeah, so as usual, some setup changes for my driving style. Usually I'll go with front brake bias so that I can feel the brakes on each and every corners and I don't miss it. And let's go for qualifying one. As usual, very long pit straight where this is the only place where overtaking opportunity is possible, and then with the medium braking towards S section, right left, and then flat out right hand curve, almost flat out, then another medium braking right curve. I got the purple sector there almost 2.5 tenths more, and then heavy braking with left hand curve followed by straight with the light left kink, and then heavy medium braking again on the S section. Then this is a flat out right hander with little lift, and then second DRS straight, and then heavy braking towards 120-degree curve. And then this section is pretty technical, and we can lose a lot of time as well as gain a lot of time if we make mistakes or don't make mistakes. So yeah, so especially in the last corner, usually the AI are pretty fast, and as a player you lose a lot of time because of traction issues. But anyway, that's the end of this Spanish Grand Prix, one of the most technical circuit. So if you're fast in this circuit, you should be fast pretty much in all the circuits. Yeah, so that should be good enough for top 10. Yeah, so let's move on to qualifying 2 now. So qualifying 2, usually I forwarded time so that I get only one hot lap because it's qualifying 2. So if you get top 10, you have to start with this tire, which will be almost done around 2 or 3 laps. I think 3 laps because it's out lap, then qualifying lap, and then in lap. So that's 3 laps of wear for this tire. So yeah, I think pretty much I always get purple sector in the first sector, so I'm faster in first sector, and then in the middle sector I'm actually equal to the AI, but in the last sector, which is more technical, where you need more mechanical grip, that is a place where I lose a lot because AI doesn't make any mistakes there, but as a player you can make a lot of mistakes. Even a slight mistake will make you lose a tenth or two. As you can see, I made a mistake there, so I lost a tenth or two there, but yeah, AI doesn't make mistakes. And then this corner is also pretty much technical curve, and then finally this is the hardest place where we lose a lot of time. But anyway, that's the end of qualifying 2. We should be pretty much a top 10. Yeah, I think third, but if you see 7 tenths from Ricardo is in medium tires and is faster in medium tires. Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, I think AI is pretty fast in Spanish Grand Prix, but yeah, it's difficult to keep up with them at least in qualifying. So that's about qualifying 2. So let's move on to qualifying 3. Yeah, it's a long pitch straight as usual. So hopefully let's see what place I can get. I'm aiming for at least P5, but you never know. This is Spanish Grand Prix. AI is pretty fast, and it's very difficult for me to catch or on par with them. So yeah, I get purple sector 1, so which is normal. Usually I'm faster in purple, but I'll use a lot of time in the more technical sections, which is usually sector 2 and sector 3. Yeah, so I just touched the gravel there, so I would have lost around 1 or 2 tenths there, but I'm pushing very hard because in qualifying 3 usually the AI is pretty fast, so hoping for a good lap. So this is the sector 3, very technical. I actually got the corner perfectly, so let's see. Let's hoping for a good lap, but I'm not sure where I will end up. It's pretty okay lap. It's not so great lap, but at least it is pretty okay. Yeah, this is a very tight section, so I lost around half a tenth in the final right hand corner, and that's around, yeah, I think it is ninth place, which is not good enough. So I had to push for this lap because I had another time. I gained a lot of time there, I think 10th, yeah, but then I think it rounded off to normal, almost similar lap. Then yeah, I must gained some 500th of a second, so that's why I got purple, because I was faster and I tried to push and I got a lot of understeer, and then I spun out. So that's it for qualifying 1, I think P9, which is, oh, that was close.
Qualifying
Oh, that
complete.
was another.
Let's review our top 3 today.
So the qualifying 3
Ricardo,
results,
Bottas,
as usual,
and
Danny
Max
Ricciardo
Verstappen.
gets pole.
Well, that wraps
He
up
got pole
qualifying, but
for all 4 races till now. I think this is the 5th race where he got another pole, but I am 9th place. So yeah, as usual, media. So yeah, they always ask the same questions, I think. So if my teammate is fast, they'll ask, "Are you okay? Are you happy? Are you jealous?" All these questions. I think it's scripted. So just get maximum acclaim from these questions and then move on. So let's move on to race. And yeah, this is Spanish Grand Prix. So
welcome along
home
then to
to
what promises
Fernando
to be another
Alonso as well
fascinating
as
Spanish Grand Prix.
Carlos
A race
Sainz.
which saw
One is a
Max
Ferrari
Verstappen
driver,
make
one
his
was
first
a
ever
ex-Ferrari
appearance
driver.
with the
So
Red Bull team in 2016.
at least
This
let's
after the
hope. I
dramatic
think this
coming
year
together
Carlos Sainz
of
did
Lewis
not perform
Hamilton
well.
and Nico
Oh, let's
Rosberg
hope for
on the
next year
first lap.
he can
Will we see more
win.
moments for the scrapbook here today?
Yeah,
It's a sellout crowd of
let's wait for the commentary from David
140,000 here
Croft.
today as we await lights out for the 730-meter sprint down to turn 1 at this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc? As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be, it's about effective damage limitation.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, and Norris, Albon, Kumar, Perez.
Yeah, so I got 8th place, 1 place higher because of penalty from Carlos Sainz. Thanks, Carlos Sainz. It's your home race, but you got a penalty. That's how it is.
Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Now that we've got some.
So let's make some slight changes to the fuel load, because usually, as I told, the last section is technical and we have to go lean mix for more tire saving as well as performance and less wheel spin. So yeah, that's about it. 5 laps eliminates as usual, and then let's go. Yeah, I got a nice start, so I just have to squeeze through my way. I thought of inside, but I could not find a way from Norris, so I had to go to the left hand side, hope nothing happens. Yeah, I just got my place there, so P5, which is good for me, and I got a lot of oversteer there, so I had to go run out of the track. Then the race starts from here. So nice first lap. I gained around 3 places which is okay. Usually player has to get at least one place. As you can see, my tire wear is already 17%. As I told in the qualifying, 3 laps, and you have to start from that Q2 tire itself, because in the top 10 position, whoever starts from top 10 has to start from Q2 tires. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to overtake in this track because it's a very difficult to follow track, and due to aerodynamics, you cannot follow very closely, and especially in the last sector, you lose a lot of time compared to the front car because of dirty air. So dirty air is nothing but if you follow a car, usually your aerodynamics will not work properly. So that's the reason you lose a lot of time, and I had a lot of oversteer there, so I had to back out of it, and because of that I lost time. But pretty much almost similar time towards the front. I think they also maintain the same gap. They are not able to overtake, similar to me, because even though I have faster car than them, it's difficult to overtake. As soon as I get closer, I lose time, my aerodynamical efficiency will reduce, and then yeah, so it's pretty much 5 tenths to 6 tenths in the low pitch straight, which is difficult to gain. And once the DRS starts, it will be like a DRS train stuck. So I'm just hoping patiently, so that they try to fight each other and lose time. But let's hope how it goes. As you can see, lap 2 I had a green sector, not a purple sector. But anyway, let's wait and see. I think Danny Ricciardo is pulling away from us, and he is also in the medium tire as in Hamilton. So Hamilton is also in medium tire, but I'm not able to keep up with him because I have a faster tire. But in the last section, it's pretty difficult. So if you see, almost 8 tenths the gap, but I'm not able to close up. And this is the I'm trying to close up, but yeah, 7 tenths, and then becomes 8 tenths. Then the straight, pretty much similar. I'll crawl back 2 or 3 tenths straight, because I have the fastest car in the straight, but it's not enough to overtake. So I'm patiently waiting. Let's see how it goes. So at the end of lap 3, sector 2, I am almost close to them. I tried to overtake on the outside, but it is not possible. So as you can see, I got purple and then green, and then I'm almost very close to them than the previous lap. But still, it is difficult because the last sector, as I should see, and as you can see, I lose a lot of time because of dirty air. I'm not able to make the corner at the right entry because of dirty air. So I'll get a lot of understeer. But this time I got DRS with the full overtake mode. I realized it is not possible to overtake, so I just wanted to keep my ERS saved for next possible opportunity. And then lap 4, the position is kept as it is by all 5 drivers. So Hamilton could not overtake Verstappen could not overtake Bottas, and Bottas has no chance to overtake my teammate because he has the fastest car. So he is just pulling away. So I don't think I can win this race or even a chance of podium. But let's wait and see. I got the purple sector, but I lost a lot of time in that after the right-hander because of oversteer. So it's pretty much same, 7 tenths per second. But let's hope if I can crawl back. If it is around 2-3 tenths before the final corner, I think I can overtake. But it's always 6 tenths or 7 tenths, which is pretty difficult to overtake. There was an yellow flag. I think someone got an engine failure or something, maybe some technical issue, I'm not sure. But let's move ahead. So yeah, I'm trying very hard to push, but as you can see, it's 7 tenths again. So with the DRS with overtake mode, it's still not possible to call back that 7 tenths of a second, because even Hamilton has the DRS, also will be using the overtake button. So it's pretty much same positions for lap 5 also. So let's wait. Maybe a pit stop would help jump these guys. I'm trying for that. So even though the my technical guy gave an option to go at 6th lap to pit stop, but I'm thinking to go this lap itself so that I can jump these 3 guys, hopefully. So that's what I'm doing, and I lost the back end there because yeah, the tires are almost gone. So just pit and then get an undercut. So basically how it works is I'm not able to overtake these guys, and I have this buffer. So how undercut works is if I pit earlier than these guys, so I'll have a fresh tires. Even though it's medium, it should be faster than this worn out soft tires. So I should be at least faster than half a second to 1 second than these guys. But if I'm very close to them, like around 1 or 2 seconds, the undercut will do that for me, because I have fresh tires. I'll come out and I'll do the faster laps than these guys, and then I can get 1 or 2 seconds buffer, so that when they stop, they will be behind me. So let's hope for that. Hoping at least Max Verstappen should be behind me, but you never know. This is Spanish track, and usually the AI is less tire wear than the players. So let's wait and see. Yeah, P21, because it's an early pit stop, so it's last place. But anyway, everybody has to stop at least once, so we have a lot of time to catch up now. So I lost the back end there, but it's pretty tricky because the tires are cold, so I have to warm up them. Now I think after this corner, I think I will have the tires for the fastest sector. So first sector was red because I have come out of the pit stop. So second sector, hopefully it's at least green. Let's see. Yeah, so let's hope for Verstappen or Hamilton. Hamilton will not stop because he is in mediums. I hope even Bottas is in mediums. Only Verstappen was in soft like me, and Danny Ricciardo, Bottas as well as Hamilton is in mediums. So I think Verstappen will stop this lap. Hopefully I can catch and pass him, or at least any one of the AI can hold him so that I can overtake him. So hoping for it. If I see the blue dot, I think it's Max Verstappen. I think he's pretty far, so the undercut did not work for me. So he was 2 seconds and he is 2 seconds, but thanks to Schumacher, I think Schumacher is pretty much holding Verstappen, so I thought I have an opportunity to overtake Verstappen. But yeah, I just lost the back end because of aerodynamical efficiency loss because of dirty air. So I had oversteer. Sorry, not oversteer, understeer. Pretty much confusing with this oversteer and understeer. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Hopefully, I can overtake Verstappen as well as Schumacher. Let's wait and see. Almost lift, slow lift, and then DRS and overtake mode on. It's pretty. Let's dive bomb. Yeah, yes, I got them both. I think Schumacher gave me enough space, and I think I should do the same thing. I gave him enough space. So Max Verstappen has been overtaken. So thanks to Schumacher, I think I got Verstappen. So at least I got one place. So that's potentially fourth place now. So let's see Hamilton and Bottas, if I can undercut these guys. I think they will stop in around 8 or 9 laps. So let's wait and see. This lap I was pushing like crazy so that I can at least catch Hamilton. It should be pretty much 21 to 22 seconds pit stop. So I have to gain around 1.5 seconds to overtake Hamilton. So I was pushing like crazy in this lap. So if you can see, as I got purple sector 1, and let's see whether I can get purple sector 2 and as well as purple sector 3 to get a fastest lap. And as you can see, Verstappen is 2 seconds behind, and I think he doesn't have the pace to keep up. Once you move out of this DRS train, I think they cannot keep up with us, but I should make sure that he does not come into DRS train. I think I got the second sector also purple, around 8 tenths per second faster than my previous best. So let's hope. I think I already crawled back 3 tenths of a second from Hamilton, so let's hope that's more than enough. I think Hamilton may stop this lap, and no, I think it is not. Stroll has stopped, so still enough time. One more lap. If I go one more lap faster, I think almost I got 1 second faster than the previous best. As I told you, usually the medium tires, even though it's fresh, it should be faster than the soft, which is worn out. So I'm getting the pace right now. So I think last 2 laps I did not have the pace, but now I have the pace, so I should be able to catch up. I think even Bottas is not so far, so he's only 21.8, and it's only half a second or 0.8 seconds ahead of Hamilton. So let's hope for the best. Let's aim for the podium. P2 would be the ultimate target for me because I cannot catch Danny Ricciardo. Is very far. I think even it's hard for the Hamilton and Bottas Mercedes. So let's hope for P2. So I could not get the same pace as the previous lap, so I lost half a second, which is okay still because I am faster than Hamilton and Bottas. So I should be pretty much getting this lost time back in this final sector. Hopefully, I think I'm losing a lot of time, so I don't think it's enough. But let's wait and see how it goes. I think even all three front runners did not stop yet, so it's already lap 10, so only 7 laps to go. But I'm not sure how it goes. Even though I get an undercut on these two guys, they will have a fresher and the two fast tires, soft tires, so it's difficult. But it is possible because, as I told you, it's very difficult to overtake in Spain. Everything is a corner, fast flowing corners, so they cannot overtake. And in the straight, I can use my overtake button and I can get the ERS back because I have all the upgrades of ERS. So I should be pretty much getting it back in this slow and twisty sections. And then in the straights, I can deploy completely so that I will be always in the front. So let's hope for that. P2 is the target, hopefully. And if fingers crossed, maybe Danny Ricciardo has some failures. Who knows? AIs get failures most of the times. It's already 5 races done, so they would be using the same engine. So usually it wears pretty much. And let's hope for that. I think Ricciardo and Hamilton both stopped. So, and as you can see, both are in soft tires. Let's hope for the best, whether we can overtake Hamilton or not. It will be pretty close at the pit exit. And like as I can see in the mini map, is almost close. Yeah, there is Hamilton. Yes, we have overtaken Hamilton finally. We got podium position P3. So now the target is Bottas. So let's hope for Bottas whether we can get it. I think we can. We should be able to get it because we had the similar time gap between Hamilton and us, and as well as Bottas. Now it's on the same timeline. So let's hope for that. I think Ricciardo is around 5 seconds ahead of us, and it's impossible to catch him because he is in the fresher rubber and as well as soft tires. So he should be pretty much going at half a second to a second faster than me. But I'll be definitely holding this Hamilton because he has a fresher rubber, but he cannot overtake in any of the corners. It's not possible. But he can overtake in straights, but it's not possible with my car. So I think Hamilton will just try, and then I think he cannot overtake, and maybe he'll cry as usual in the real life he used to do when he's stuck behind any car. He used to cry. I hope he does the same in the AI also, but let's see. I think Bottas has stopped, so let's see if it is similar to Hamilton, whether we can see in the pit straight and wave Hamilton and Bottas a goodbye. So yes, it is pretty much exactly a replica of previous lap where we overtook Hamilton. Now Bottas has been overtaken, so it's now changed from Ricciardo, Bottas, Verstappen, Hamilton to myself, to Ricciardo, myself, Bottas, Hamilton and Verstappen. So I got 3 positions in pit stops. Even though I could not overtake them in the straights, the pit stop made them. At least I overtake Verstappen because of Schumacher, but other two it's all about pit stops and undercut. So I got the undercut on them, and now it's time for me to hold them. So I lost the back end. I think my tire grip is slowly fading from me, but anyway, once I got the position, I think position is king in this track. So I got the position. So now it's all about holding them back. So both Bottas and Hamilton, I should be able to hold them pretty much easily in the straights, but in the corners I should not make any mistakes. So game on. As you can see, Ricciardo is already gained 2.5 seconds and he's made the fastest lap, so almost half a second faster than my faster lap. So he's gaining. So if I see I am 8 tenths slower, so he's gaining around 1.1 to 1.2 seconds on me. So it's 7.5 seconds. I think he pretty much easy victory for him unless some reliability issues comes. Usually it doesn't come because it's early in the game, but we never know. So anything can happen in Formula 1. As you can see that in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton for a moment We thought he will win, but and then later on he lost it. So anything can happen even in the game. Let's hope for it. But yeah, now Bottas is very close. He's only 4 tenths. But as usual, it's very difficult to overtake. So in the straight, he will have a DRS. He will have a overtake mode on, but it's a small straight, so he cannot overtake. I'm not making any mistakes. I'm making the corner exits and entries perfectly. So there is no way he can overtake me unless and until I make a mistake. Let's see. It's lap 13. We are moving closer to lap 14 now. I made a mistake there, but it should be okay. Yeah. So it's almost the same thing as I told it. It's in the last lap. Usually they can gain because I made a mistake, but after that I think they lose it because of dirty air.
In P2, Daniel is ahead of you. The gap to the car is
Asking Jeff for full race
8.6
update.
seconds. They're on
Anything
old
happening
softs.
in the
Bottas
race
behind.
because
The
it's
gap
the
is
only
less than a
race.
second. They're
If
on
you are
old
so
fresh
far
softs.
behind
After these tyres now,
Ricardo,
we'll finish the
I
race
can
on this
understand last
compound.
time,
4 laps
last
remaining.
race Ricardo was so far behind me, but now I am behind him almost 8 seconds. So I think tit for tat, Ricardo is doing to me what I did in last race. If you have not watched last race, please go and watch it.
You're in
That's
second
Grand Prix.
place.
It's
That's
completely
Daniel
rain,
ahead. Gap to car in
wet race.
front is
So
8.6 seconds. They're on old
yeah,
softs.
let's move on.
Bottas behind. Less than a second separate you.
So moving on to lap 16. So I think I'm losing a lot of time because of tire wear. I was on these tires for more than 10 laps now. So Daniel Ricciardo is already gaining a lot of time, 12 seconds. So, and he also got fastest lap now. So yeah, let's hope to. Oh my God, I lost a backhand there. Oh, then that's overtake from Bottas. Okay, I blocked him. So I think Hamilton will overtake Bottas. I think this is a drag race for Bottas and Hamilton, as you can see. Who comes on top? I don't know. Hamilton has the inside line, Bottas has the outside line, but it doesn't matter here because inside or outside, whoever comes on the top. I think it is Hamilton. Hamilton has overtaken Bottas. I'm sorry, Bottas. I had a backhand lost, so I had to cover it off. But I think Bottas has overtaken Hamilton. Yeah, that's a great overtake. Finally, Bottas has done what he is supposed to do in the real life. But anyway, let's at least hope he holds his position. Nothing done, no harm done. So the position stays as it is. And this is the final lap. I think so. Yeah, with that mistake, I think Ricardo gained around 2 seconds. I lost 2 seconds there because I lost the back end. I think I was pushing a lot and the tires gave up, so the wheel spin and then understeer. So that's how you spin the car. But anyway, I just caught it and then had to cover Bottas because he was at the outside. So I had the racing line anyway, but he had to back off. But he drove superbly to overtake Hamilton back. So that's the race. And P2,
Thank you for all
very
your
good for our
hard
team.
work out there. That was a strong
First and
drive
second
and a good
position.
finish.
So
Well done.
good points for the construction. I think we have the top car. It's the best car, I think. So it's always 1-2 from either of us. And let's hope it continues. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel
Talk to me. What do you
and
think
also
it was
press
that sealed the win
notification
for them?
bell
I
icon.
think that smart tyre management
And
on
if
track
possible,
and very smooth
please
driving
share.
definitely assisted in
Thanks a
their victory
lot.
today.
Yes.
That combination meant they
And
got
after
the
this,
absolute maximum
highlights
out
will
of their
follow.
tyres at all times.
See you guys.
I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.